this again? Abdul. Okay. This is not yours, Abdul. Why didn't you go do this? Come on, Danny.
We're all super fun to play with.
So we have Abdul here. You're going to guys, I know you are buddies, okay, but just you have to get this separate from each other. It's not fair.
Abdul, do you like the bodyguard?
Good evening, welcome. Let me get you all checked in for the event tonight. Can I get your first and last name? Oh, it'll be used for the same purpose.
So hopefully they buy the things I'm donating.
3 ability to bid right on your phone tonight. Thank you so much for your patience with me. Oops, I'm so sorry. Is this Andrew? I need to get the train. Yeah, okay. First name, number 14. I have cell number 770-895-0261. And can I see the credit card you would like to use this evening for fundraising, the silent auction, your individual purchasing? Yes, and again, just keep in mind that if you choose not to participate. Yeah, no problem.
Professional.
Yeah.
Okay. You're right. I'd assume it'd be out. So. Did you say Craig?
Yes.
Is it all right if I acknowledge you? Okay, sure.
Last name is
Can I verify bidder number 15? Your cell phone number is 678-271.
Yeah, well, I was there.
You're successfully checked in and you are table number 5. Make sure you hold on to that paddle. It is associated.
I like the dimness of the ankles.
Oh, you don't like to hold on to it. You just like
Yeah, I like the look at you. Yeah, like the chart. Yes.
I like this one though.
I do like that entire fitted. Yeah, I like it. You know, that's the she wears. Huh?
Except March 1st. I am actually
Your first and last name here. Paul is the last name. This hall, I have a cell number 404-989.
So I think we've got a lot of other ones, Porsche with their 918 GT2 RS. So a lot of companies that do it that are in the high end.
Nice and clean. Nice and clean. Yeah. No, it was when I left, it's nobody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Certified gemologist.
Cheers. Yeah.
Everything is like the cutest thing ever.
Oh, okay, so.
I spoke the language.
Yeah, so it's a different direction from where I'm going. So I'm more sensitive.
Hi, how are you? Where can we direct you? First one on the left or the last one right
I have a phone number on file for you. Yes, ma'am. 552-4927.
The credit card you would like to use this evening for fundraising? Will you be participating in the silent auction and the fundraising tonight? Okay, very good. Check her. Good to see you. Hi, good evening.
Say hey, Kelly. Good to see you.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. It's good, right?
Did you spray out?
And I'm gonna spell his last name.
Because the grass is always greener on the other side. And then they find out it's not.
Things that make you like it, you really
Right. You know, they just stopped. Companies stopped promoting for employee retention.
And they doing the 401k, 6%. You can transfer that. No benefit.
Yeah, just because I'm snatching my 401k.
I'll tell you what they do too. They do them to have a liability and insurance.
Liability, that person gets on them, and they can usually outsource it to another company.
I'm gonna get this. What's that? That's sushi. It looks yummy.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
It looks yummy.
Yeah, clearly. Wow.
Almost done.
Maybe a little messy.
It's hard to get it out of there. Oh, there you go. He got the rhythm. I think I'm cool like him.
Well, if you say that, you better be.
I'm cool like him.
There you go. Okay, oh boy, he's macking. It's all right.
Listen, I don't know where listen.
It's all right.
Oh, listen.
Oh my goodness.
So you leave what this
Yes, go register.
Right here, sir.
Do you have another
That makes it so that watch is $450.
That alone.
And no one would know that you're wearing that watch. It's stealth mode. They wouldn't know that that is something that costs more.
Because it's on the back.
Somebody, you know, if you want to lean down phone and everything like that.
27 or 28. Mr. Gordon, right here.
I was like, no. You look beautiful, baby. I don't need it. That's okay. With everything. Everything. Yes. You cannot do
Check over there and drop that. It takes me like a minute to get it out. I take about 1 or 2. But I'm dropping on the floor. Like, we're doing, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to stand.
I didn't know what that
Thanks for having us.
It's okay.
We'll bring him back.
As long as I know about it. Good.
I know we were thinking, you know, I'm like, maybe like children can pink, it should be red. No, like it's holiday. You can find cute red outfits because it's holiday. That's what we're thinking.
Hi again.
We were excited. We were like,
Oh, yeah.
Turn down.
Alright, ready? 1, 2, and 3. Alright, thank you. 2 and 3. Alright, thanks. Alright, ready guys? 1, 2, and 3. Yep, good. Alright, ready guys? 1, 2, and 3. Alright, ready? 1, 2, and 3. Alright, ready guys? 1, 2, and 3. Alright, ready? 1, 2, and 3. Alright, ready guys? 1, 2, and 3. Alright, ready? 1, 2, and 3. Over like half a foot, half a foot. Half a foot. This way, this way. Yeah. Alright, ready guys? 1, 2, and 3. Ready guys? 1, 2, and 3. Alright, ready? 1, 2, and 3. You good. That's good. Alright, ready? 1, 2, and 3. One more, you guys. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, ready? 1, 2, Alright, ready guys? 1, 2, and 3. Alright, ready guys? 1, 2, and 3.
talking.
And without further ado, if you would please refresh your drinks and take your seats. We'll begin with tonight's dinner. It is a pleasure to see everyone out here this evening. My name is Perry Walden, and I will be your auctioneer for the evening. Get ready to have a lot of fun. Get ready to learn a lot about a great cause. And we've got a lot to celebrate here this evening. So please, ladies and gentlemen, have your seats.
Welcome to CiDrep SickKids Foundation. We have a problem that we're trying to address. As of 2017, census data shows that 3.9 million children in the U.S. are uninsured. And as we know, insurance is a good thing for kids. Keep them healthy, keep them in school, and keep them active. That's the problem that we're trying to solve tonight, and we'll be trying to solve going forward. Enjoy your meal, and I'll be back up a little later to get into some more details.
Tremendous problem. A problem that's affecting children and families across Georgia. And because of these problems, we hope to build an organization that will help sick children through injury, illness, and recovery. We will make an investment to ensure the safest possible care and to support pediatric medical and research facilities that extend full continuous care over a child's entire childhood. We will be developing partnership across the full continuum of pediatric healthcare services to ensure a much more collective.
Friends and families, enjoy your meal. I'll give you a couple minutes to enjoy this wonderful meal, and we'll pick it up with some auctions, some charity givings, some donations, and some give and takes. Okay? Thank you.
Much to Joel and to Sarah for getting us kicked off here tonight. Let's give them a round of applause. Because this is only the beginning. Tonight is only a new beginning for this organization and for so many children across this state that feel pain, that may not feel comfort, that feel sick for one reason or another, and that their parents feel sick or don't feel comfortable because of the hardships that come with the medical expenses that are such a dire need in their lives. Simply put, tonight is about helping sick kids. Are there any parents in the room tonight? It's hard enough when your kid might be sick with a cold. But when they got to go to the emergency room, that's a little different level, is it not? So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce a very special family with a very special story. If I could have Mr. and Mrs. Shackelford please come up and just to share a little bit about their story and what the foundation has been able to do for them. Let's give them a round of applause. How y'all doing this evening? Good, good. If you would please introduce yourselves and just please share your story with everyone here tonight.
My name is Catrice Shackelford. Pleasure to meet you all.
I'm Antoine Shackelford. Everybody calls me Shaq. So let me get comfortable for a second. First and foremost, I don't want this to be a gloomy situation. I think we should break the ice with that. This is not about gloominess. It's not about sadness. It's about healing, all right? And in a situation with healing, you don't have to be sad to heal something. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. I got a crazy voice, so. I want us to be happy. We're eating, we're drinking. You would have been doing this today anyway, right? It's Friday night. Some of us probably would have been out and about. You'd have been eating, you'd have been drinking regardless. So today, me and my wife are here. Again, her name is Catrice. My name's Antoine. Everybody calls me Shaq. Part of my last name is Shackelford, so that's where the Shaq comes from if you were gonna ask. But it was to give you a little bit about our story, about our son Darryl, and about his circumstance that has come about literally a little bit over a year ago. Now, what I did have to do is type this in my phone, so don't judge me, okay? I'm gonna read through this a little bit, not too much though. November 2017, Thanksgiving weekend, pretty much changed our lives. We have this ritual almost for the last maybe 4 or 5 years where we go to a buddy of ours' house in Decatur. He literally lives right around the corner from us. And we go to his house every Thanksgiving. And it's turned into, we're from Jersey, and it's kind of like a Jersey thing, and all of us are sitting in the house, we're dancing to club music, and if you don't know what club music, I'll definitely put you on to something later. But we sit around, we have fun. He loves to cook, so he don't want you to bring anything to his house. He'll say, bring a glass, or bring a bottle, or bring an envelope, but don't bring any food because he's so excited about feeding all of us for this holiday. But last year was a little bit different for us. So last year we did our normal Thanksgiving activities, we had fun, we played games, and with our children, they were with us. The kids are there and everything. So in this particular case, after we enjoyed the weekend with the family and friends, Darryl went over to his uncle's house, and he hung out over there for a day, right after the weekend. So coming into Monday, Darryl started to complain about dizziness. Now, you could probably tell I'm a little bit of a bigger guy in a sense. So at one point in my life, I was athletic, not now, but at one point in my life I was. And as a kid, dizziness, that means you thirsty. That, your hydration level is low. So in that particular case, as the dad, sit down somewhere, go drink some water, all right? In that process, we immediately started to inquire a little bit more about the amount of liquid that he was drinking. And again, we assumed that he was potentially dehydrated. After a good night's sleep, he had breakfast and then off to school the very next day, which was that Monday. Back to normal and his normal active self. I can tell you, coming from Jersey, my house in Jersey, my bedroom in Jersey was probably, I don't know, small. My bedroom now, and it's not a bragging situation because I'm not in a situation to brag, but in my bedroom now, he used to do flips in my bedroom. He would just run, do flips in the bedroom. Well, on this particular day, the next day rather, while at school, Darryl visited the school nurse office and asked to call home. He spoke with his mother, and he told her that the dizziness once again was back, but this time it was a little bit more serious than what it was the day before. My wife, she immediately left work, and she rushed to the school to pick him up. While there, she called the pediatrician. Just to kind of give him an idea, we wanted to see if we could be seen on that particular day. Atlanta traffic caused that not to happen. Y'all can figure that part out, of course, right? Nervous about his condition, She was also leaning towards just taking him to the ER. And after speaking to one of the nurses at the pediatrician and explaining to her some of his symptoms, she said, maybe you should take him to the ER. And that's what we did. At the ER, he underwent a number of extensive testings, which included a CT scan and our MRI. Afterwards, which we were provided with the diagnosis. His diagnosis immediately changed our lives. We were shocked, terrified, humbled to a certain extent. This particular diagnosis was called DIPG. Never heard of this a day in my life. And I could probably look at some of your faces and you probably all are saying, I've never heard of this either. What a DIPG is, it's a form of brain cancer. Where it's located, it's on the bottom of the brain stem. And we can go a little bit more detailed into that in a moment. But the DIPG means diffuse intrinsic pontine gliomas. It's a highly aggressive and difficult to treat brain tumor found at the base of the brain. DIPG, to give you a little bit about it, is the leading cause of death for pediatric brain tumors. Surprisingly, a child diagnosed with DIPG today, on this very day, faces the same prognosis as a child 40 years ago.
Can I just add, they pretty much tell you that the child has around 6 to 9 months. Well, it's been a year, so thank you. My faith level is strong. My strength comes from the man above. That's my doctor, and at the end of the day, I know things happen for a reason. I don't quite know why he placed this on us, but I am a firm believer of God healing and working miracles, and I just had to throw that in.
What they explained to us, as she stated, there's zero effective treatments for this particular disease. So, we're parents, and I've seen a bunch of you raise your hands. What does that feel like? What do you think we would feel like in that? We're vulnerable. You could tell me anything in that particular case because I want to protect my child. So I'm vulnerable. She's vulnerable. He's vulnerable. He's speechless. So we struggle with this particular process. However, faith keeps us where we need to be. Only 10% of the children with DIPG survive for 2 years following their diagnosis. Less than 1% survive for 5 years. What I'm trying to say to you is the average survival rate for a child is 9 months. And again, as she stated, we're a little bit over a year. So as much as they say that there's no treatment, as much as they say there's no cure, we're here to stand right now and tell you that we're still going through the process, right? My wife and I, we both have really good jobs. And I can tell you that the insurance that we have is great. And it's really been helpful. And it's been really, really beneficial to us. But we also have we have 4 total kids, but 3 other kids that we have to take care of as well. This particular situation has changed our lives, not just from a financial standpoint, but it's also changed our lives from a mental standpoint. A stress level. It's a little bit different than what it once was, as you would have just all imagined. Like every other family in our situation, we have to manage and raise additional funds to provide for Daryl's care. A mutual friend of ours told us about, I always say this wrong, so it's CiDrep, right? SickKids Foundation. And this organization provides funds for kids, for sick kids. And before we could contact their office, Wayne was on the phone giving us a call. He reached out to us before we even reached out to him. He heard our story and he wanted to automatically jump in and assist. And we appreciate that. We must say this is a humbling experience for us, one that has caused us not just an increased stress level, but it's also increased us a financial stress as well. Tonight, your assistance will help us and other families with sick children need it. You could only imagine what it's like to watch your child go from being an athletic kid to a child who can barely walk and take care of himself as a 13-year-old kid normally would. I will tell you this. Today is December 14th. His birthday is coming up in January. Small steps. I got this hashtag that I put for everything. I say celebrate all moments. I celebrate everything, literally. Like, I'll celebrate walking out of this room in a minute. Now, some of that may cause me to have an alcoholic beverage. However, I celebrate all moments. In this particular case, we're moving day by day. I think my life has changed in the sense where normally I would look at things and I say, well, let's plan in a certain type of, let's plan 6 months from now. Let's plan 4 months from now. I've really come to the realization that now I kind of plan day by day. That's a weird thing for me. That's something totally different for us. I'm the type of guy that says, I'm spontaneous. Please believe that. I'm spontaneous enough to say, hey, babe, come on, you know what? Let's go on a trip real quick. When? Next week. Well, it doesn't work like that for us anymore. And that's different. It changed our lives in a bit. But while we're here, we see different people donating. It's not just about Darryl. It's about all sick kids. It's about the ability to be able to assist our community, to be able to assist our friends, to be able to assist our families. In this particular case, what we're asking you to do while you're here is donate. Big, small, some of us have checkbooks, some of us don't. Debit cards, credit cards, anything that you can do to donate, we would definitely appreciate it, because what it's going to do in the long run, it's going to take care of some families who may not be in the same situation as me, in a sense, with pretty good insurance. It may be a child who has, as he stated earlier, most children in this world do not have insurance. You may be sitting next to someone right now with their own business, in a sense, that may not even have insurance. Or they're paying a substantial amount of insurance that it's not even worthwhile to them. So what we're asking of you guys today, as we hear, celebrate all moments. Celebrate the time that we have here today. Eat, drink, enjoy yourself. There's a DJ here, so of course we'll be dancing a little bit. But we ask you to donate. Put your influence on this particular organization to influence and to assist other kids and families as we move forward. You got anything?
I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your prayers. And thank you for being here. Thank you.
And as this family comes up, they actually came to my house, which is the funny part. He wanted to meet and talk. So instead of meeting in a public location, he came to my house. I live in Decula. He lives all the way on the south side. It's a nice ride to get to meet somebody that you never met before. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everyone here. And again, have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shaq. Can I call you Shaq?
Of course.
Now, you said, what phrase did you use? You're going to celebrate running out of this room?
Yes.
Well, don't run out of this room yet, but we do have a little bit of celebrating yet to do.
Shaq, on behalf of CiDrep SickKids, my wife Sabah. Sabah. We started working with you guys this month, and we just want to show the audience a reflection of what we're doing. So we'd like to present to you a check tonight on behalf of CiDrep SickKids Foundation. And it's not CiDrep, it's CiDrep. CiDrep. Okay, so let's get it done. It's not going to be legal until Sabah signs it, so. Here you go, babe. No, this is just a small token of what we can do. But we're hoping starting this very day, we'll be able to write bigger checks. Tuesday of this week, I got a call from Choa. I didn't get the age, but she's on a respiratory device, which they pay monthly. It's a rental. And somehow the parent forgot to do some Medicaid papers, and the company came and picked up the device, which is kind of like, wow, why would you do that? And put the mom in collection, so they reach out to us. And of course, immediately I said, yeah, send us the paperwork. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to complete the application. Send us the name, email the information to us, and I get the check out. And then we'll worry about the application later. Because a child, especially under 10, without the device to let her breathe and be active every day, it's not good. So she's back in the hospital waiting until the legal and billing situation gets worked out. So with your help tonight, we would like to write bigger checks to families, not just in Georgia, but nationally. Thank you all.
Let's give another round of applause for what we're able to do here tonight with this check. I like that hashtag, celebrate all things. So now comes to the fun part of the evening, part that we're all here for tonight. And that is to support a wonderful, wonderful cause. We've just heard one story, well, two stories for that matter, the call Wayne mentioned today, this week for that matter. This is one of many. I see a lot of you down on your phones, and that's great because that's exactly where this next step goes. You registered for a link when you first got here tonight. You registered on a link when you first got here tonight. And with that is an opportunity for the silent auction that's still going on and will be going on until 10 o'clock tonight. We're actually extending it a little bit. The silent auction items, as well as you can just donate. If you click to the donate tab, across, let me.
Is that better? Wow, a lot better.
You can click the donate tab and you can click any particular amount. But this next part, I'm going to ask if anybody would like to kick us off with a donation of $5,000 here tonight to support this cause. A wonderful opportunity to give. All you simply have to do is raise your bid paddle in the air at your desired giving level. Would anybody like to give at the $5,000 level? Moving on to the $3,500 level. If anybody would like to give the $3,500 level. Crickets, okay. Would anybody like to give at the $2,500 level and kick us off tonight to continue to help some sick kids in this city, in this state, and in this country? Moving on, the $1,500 level. To simply raise your paddle in the air to donate at the $1,500 level. That's fine. It's so great to see all these donations continue to pour in. We're so grateful to have this opportunity to give as well. If you would, raise your hand at the $1,000 level. $1,000. Thank you so much for a sick kid, for a sick family. Thank you so much, man. What's your bidder number? You didn't? Well, thank you so much, $1,000. Give her a round of applause. Would anybody else like to join her? The $1,000 level. The $750 level. Anyone at the $750 level? Next is our $500 level. Would anybody like to give at our $5? Thank you so much. Bidder number 11, the $500 level. Thank you, sir. Anybody else at the $500 level? Thank you so much. Bidder number 33 at the $500 level. Let's keep the applause going. Anyone else at the $500 level? That is so great. This is the one everybody's been waiting for, I just know. Our $250 level. Let's see the paddles up in the air, the $250 level. Hi, Christine, how are you?
Hi, everyone. My name is Christine. Oh my God, Quad! Sorry. My name is Christine Pilara. I host a show every day at 11 on 11 Alive called Atlanta and Company. Lo and behold, about 6 years ago, I meet this amazing entrepreneur who comes on, and he's incredible. He's the reason that we're here tonight. What he has done for himself, his family, his life is awesome. But at the end of the day, suddenly about a year ago, he said, I need to come back on your show. It's not about me. It's not about my business. It's about helping sick children. And that's why we are all here. We are parents. Listen, I'm not going to get political. Our healthcare system is broken. Whatever side you're on. My husband is a small business owner. We pay a boatload of money. Sidebar story, in January, I thought I was having a heart attack. I'm healthy, it's fine. I joke about it. It's nothing to joke about. I went to the ER. $5,500 later. Now that's me. That's Jim. We've got it. It's a struggle. I mean, like, that's a lot of money. What about these parents that are dealing with children who have life-altering diseases? We need to step up to the plate. The healthcare system's not going to do it. That's why Wayne has us all in this room. It's about everyone just giving a tiny bit. You can't do 1,000. This is a tough time. You've got obligations. We all get it. Any little thing you can do makes a difference. I can't imagine. Jim said, jokingly but not, your non-heart attack, as now we call it. Laugh, Quad, you can laugh. He said fake heart attack. Fine, he said fake heart attack. $5,500, and I won't even tell you, are in what he pays a month for our family as a small business. These families can't do it. Let's make this scoreboard go up. Okay? Please. Seriously. That's why we are here. A little bit. You want to remain anonymous? I don't care. You want to pledge something? Go to the powers that be in this room and say, now's not a good time. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to do it for January. I'm going to make a commitment, but do it. He's been on the show for 3-4 times the last few months, only talking about this. Let's make a difference tonight. Can we please do that? Whatever way we can. I'm asking you, can we do it? Please? Yes or no? Yes? All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
No, thank you so much, Christine. We appreciate you bringing that passion here tonight, and we're all here. We're all here because either I had the opportunity to meet a handful of y'all tonight, and you knew Wayne, knew his wife, knew someone who knew them, but a lot of you said you're here because you care about the kids, because you care about the foundation. We've just seen one example of what this foundation can do. Here tonight, we have the opportunity to plant the seeds, to grow not only this line here, but to grow the future of so many sick kids. And those illnesses there's just no telling. There's some that you may never have even heard of that you just think of as a normal holiday. and then look what happens. But this isn't about the doom and gloom. Tonight is about celebrating. Tonight's about celebrating getting dressed up and coming to support a great cause. It's about celebrating these children and the impacts that we're about to make here tonight. We're celebrating a great dinner. We're celebrating Wayne and his foundation and everything that he has fought to build and is going to continue from tonight. So once again, would anybody like to give at the $250 level, paddles in the air, the $250 level, paddle number 58. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. By now, I hope that you've seen the donation button across on the website across the top. Please click that button. Type in any dollar amount, tax deductible, and every penny of it will go towards this wonderful cause. So now, as we continue tonight with the dinner this evening, paddle number 49. Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else? Right here again. She does not have a paddle. But that's all right. If you don't have a paddle, we'll get you one. We'll get you a number. Thank you so much. Get on your phones. Let's light them up. And now what? Wayne, come up.
How we doing so far, everyone? How was the meal, by the way? How was the meal, guys? You haven't tried it yet? Let me know. I'll send it all back and get something else. Like Christine said, if you cannot donate tonight, you can always make a pledge. We know you. We know where you live. But whatever you can do to help this cause, to help us build an organization that will help children and families without insurance. And it's not that they choose not to have insurance. There's so many different circumstances, financially, economic, there's so many different reasons why a family would not have insurance. One case I came across has to do with a family not being legal. So they come up front to apply for insurance. And you know what's going on in the political, I don't want to talk politics, but you know what's going on politically as far as where you're from and so forth. So they were scared to basically come up and apply for insurance, and their kids have been uninsured since day one. Now, a child like that likely to suffer a traumatic event and may never recover because they never had a physical or never had a routine checkup to better understand what's going on, if there's anything at all. But it'll be too late at that point if that child becomes ill. So help us out, give what you can, and I guarantee you'll be able to go to our portal, log in, and you'll see exactly where your funds go. You'll see exactly who's getting your fund. Okay? Enjoy your meal. I hope to get you guys drunk in a little bit.
Thank you so much for that, Wayne. You can hear me a little bit better? How's this? Even better? Good, good. The DJ mentioned this might work over here. So ladies and gentlemen, we all know why we're here tonight. And it's so amazing seeing these donations come in. Now this comes the fun part of the night, part of the night of why I'm here, more or less. It's time for the auction. We've got a silent auction still going on. Feel free to pull your phones out. There's a lot of great items that you can bid on in the silent auction. But now it's time for the fun part, the live auction. Has anybody ever been to a live auction? Raise your hand if you've ever been to an auction. Okay, not a lot of people. That's great. If everybody in the room could raise one hand, the one that their phone's not in donating, or their fork eating, everybody put your hand in the air. Okay, yeah, auctions are a full contact sport. All right, we need audience participation. That's what an auction is about. That's what makes it fun. Everybody just keep your hand up, and I'll tell you when to put it down. That's how this works. We have some wonderful items here to bid on. We could just give Tiffany's a round of applause for donating some wonderful jewelry here tonight. I would like to thank all the sponsors that have made tonight possible. Is everybody having a great time? That's great to hear. Are any of our volunteers in the room by chance? All right. So our first item up for bid are these Tiffany's Paloma earrings. It's the Paloma Picasso collection at Tiffany & Co. They're hoop earrings in sterling silver, large reflected and bold blend of European sophistication. Hopefully you had an opportunity to take a look at these earrings before coming in here tonight. They're sitting right over here. Tiffany earrings, just in time for Christmas. Could have set it in a $200 bid. We're in a $200 bid. $200 bid, would you bid? $200 bid and a $200 bid. $200 bid, would you bid it now? $200. Asking $200 bid it now? $200 bid. $200 bid on these earrings right here. Yeah, I was hoping I'd have a volunteer in the room. Christine, would you help me and pass them around, please? Christine's passing these wonderful earrings around. Beautiful piece of jewelry right here. Perfect, yes. You can see them also on your phone, on the website, under live auction items. This is live auction number 103, the Tiffany earrings. Take a look, a beautiful piece of jewelry. Asking $200. Every penny of it goes to a good cause. $200 bid wearing, bid at $200. $200 bid at a two and a two and a two. These are a $400 value. Asking $200. $200 bid and bid at a two. $200 bid, $200 bid. $200 bid, would you bid? $200, thank you. Now $250 bid, wearing bid at $250. $250 bid, thank you. Now $250, now $300. $300 bid, bid at $3. $300 bid, and now $300, $300, would you bid? $300. $300 bid, $300 bid, bid at now $300. Asking $300. $300 bid, bid at now $300. $300 bid, bid at now $300. $300 bid, and I have sold $250. What is that bidder number, sir? Sir, what is your bidder number? Bidder number 20. Bidder number 20. Give him a round of applause. Our next item, we'd like to thank David Yerman for partnering with us at tonight's event, is a Chevron cross.